against us, they make 17. You know, so we're certainly anticipating them, you know, playing well and that kind of stuff. And it's a hard matchup for us because our biggest strength defensively is they can negate because they can get Jeff away from the basket. So it'll be fun to try to figure some things out tonight, and I'm sure the same for Fred and his staff. But you know, that's the way it should be. We had 2 good games, and there's no reason why we can't have a third.
The coach says that he is over. He goes, I don't have a chip on my shoulder. I'm over. But his players aren't over. Does that help them a little bit?
Over the fact, hey Wayne, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Hey, you mean help over?
They feel like they got the job that second game.
I can see how they could feel that way because certainly you know, there was a call that got a lot of attention or no call that got a lot of attention. Really both late that we benefited from. And you know, the thing about it is, as a coach, and I learned this from Coach Sutton, who's done this a really long time. Over a course of a season, over a course of a career, those calls balance out over time. They're unbelievably good when it happens, and they're unbelievably bad when it happens. But usually, there's both ways that go into it. And you know, we've lost some tough games that came down to a one call late and things like that. Maybe not a bang play like that one was, but I certainly understand their players and how they would feel. But the bottom line is, our guys, that's not on us. You know, they can use whatever as motivation, which is what they should do. But on us, hey, our guys just play. I mean, they don't have anything to do with how the game's called, and I don't have anything to do with how the game's called. So you know, just, you know, they just go out and play, and there'll be 5 guys playing their guys, and the officials in our league are pros, and we got the best that our league has calling the game. So it should be a fun game. It should be hotly contested, and I'm sure both teams will get after it.
You guys going to roll those uniforms out again?
I don't know what we're going to do. You know, I don't like them at all, but we shot good in them. So I'll ask our guys what they think, but I have no idea.
You look back on those 2 games, both memorable endings, overtime, high scoring. Were they played similarly? Were they 2 similar games?
They really were. The first game we actually had total control of, and we let it get away from us. I think we were up 8 or 9, and then they go up 6 or 8, and then we jack around and end up having to make a play late. That was, we were fortunate on. I mean, you bank in a 3. I mean, I don't think he was trying to bank it in, but and then the second game was very well played on both ends. I will tell you this: I think the game, it will bode us well if the game isn't as well played.
Isn't as
well played. I think we have to do something to make them not play as well. Not so much ugly it up, but not let them have rhythm.
Right.
You know, and that to me is usually when we give ourselves the best chance to win. So you know, of course, we want rhythm offensively and all those things, but when you're exchanging 2s for 3s, you can get behind, and that's what can happen with these guys, because they can make 8 3s a half without any problem, and you know, we're averaging 6.5 or 7 3s made a game. So we don't want to get in a situation where we gotta try to play horse with them or match them. We want to try to make them not have rhythm. So hopefully that'll keep them from shooting great.
How do you not get into that kind of game with them if they do?
No. I didn't say that we wouldn't get into that type of game. I'm saying, no. You in a game, I learned a long time ago, you never say, well, it has to go this way for us to be successful. That's not true. We won the game in Ames, 90-90 at the end of regulation, on a game in which they made 17 threes and was 29-34 from the free throw line, and Ben scored 7 points. So, I mean, that wasn't how I scripted that game either. So you know, that's how coaching is, and that's how playing is. It never goes as you hoped it does as far as script, and so however the game goes, we'll try to adjust the play to it. But I'm just saying, if I was picking a scenario, I don't know if I would. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit more of a grinded out game.
They won with 6 of 24 shooting from beyond the arc today. You like kind of amazed that they won shooting that low.
No, I hadn't studied the stats, but no, they're getting good players. You know, the thing that bothers me most, if they go 6 of 24 today, that means they may be doing it.
So that was like the first half today. That's about the only really bad shooting that's happened here today. A lot of these rims soft. It seems like there's some scoring going. You guys missed 2-3 free throws.
We missed three.
Tech-
We missed
Tech
three.
missed-
Tech missed three. So
And Iowa State didn't miss any today. Oklahoma missed like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But this is a good shooting gym, I guess, is the question.
it was today. You know, we've come over here before and couldn't throw it in the ocean. So I think we make more out of things than what it really is. But I know our guys like playing over here and they feel comfortable playing over here. So, you know, this has been kind of a Travis Relaford gym the last 2 years or whatever, and he didn't make a shot outside 6 inches today. So it's one of those things that you know it varies. You know, you never know.
All right, I'll find out for you.
Thanks, Coach.